Hi everyone, so in this video I will be sharing some of the materials that I sent out last night, just explaining how to use the materials, and hopefully this will be helpful to everyone. Okay, so the first file that I'm sharing is this one. This is just butterfly strips that you would just cut in a strip. I just cut the top of this one, and then kids can just cut the pieces like this, just following the lines. And this just is, fine motor skill practice. They can glue them, they can create patterns, whatever they like, and they can reuse the butterflies they cut for, other activities. Okay, next we're gonna go with this work. This is a matching work. So you obviously wouldn't print out the first page if you don't need it. And these are 4 different cards. In the end here, you have 1 full page of different butterflies. It says print 3 copies of this page. 1 for the matchup cards, and then 2 for single matching and memory game. So that looks like this. So you have a total of 4 of these. Okay, so then you would just have the children cut these out, or you can cut it out for them. This is obviously for the younger children. Just cut these out and then have them find the matching butterflies. So there is 4, and it might be a little too overwhelming for the younger ones, so you would just want to give 1 sheet at a time. For the older kids, if they want to do it, of course, give them all of them at the same time. So additionally, 1 sheet is for this matching, and then you have 2 so you can play a matching game or do a memory game with them. So turn them over, find the matching one, so that's really fun. So that's an extension of that. Okay, now I'm going to show you the next one. Okay, so this is, it's labeled as cards and counters. So you have 2 sheets of numbers. I prefer you use this one, just it's very simple and clean. So print that out, and then you have these butterflies. So when you print them out, as you noticed here, you have 1 of this design for number 1, 2 of this designs for number 2, and so on. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here. So nothing for 0, you say 0 means nothing. And then 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and so on. So, depending on the age, you can start off with 3, 4, 5, just a small amount, and then have them quantify. Pretty easy, right? If you want to give them a little bit of challenge, you can give them all the numbers, have them put them in order, give it to them mixed up, and then have them sequence that. And also, for the older kids, sometimes they might not even want to use these patterns. They might want to mix up the butterflies in different colors, and that's okay. So, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this here is called a 3-part card. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So, I have these here printed out. What you're going to do is you're going to cut these top cards. That is 1 complete card that needs to stay together. These bottom cards, they need to be cut on the line so that it looks like this. So you have 1 card, full card, half of the card, and the other half with the word. So this is called a 3-part card. Anytime that we're presenting something to a child, we use these cards for vocabulary and photo identification. So what you want them to do is lay them out like this, or they can match the picture and then match the word. And then after they're done, as an extension, you can have them draw the butterfly and then write the word. And then you have more of the cards, obviously. So you would do the same thing for these. This is just different kinds of butterflies. So next we have this butterfly matching. It has a color-coded set, which is just talking about the trimming around the photo. So there it is again. So you can just print it non-color coded set. It really doesn't matter. Save some ink and just do the colorless border. So this, you just want to print out 2 of each for a matching game. So you just print it out and then have the kids match them. They can also draw them. And I mean, there's so many different activities you can do, but it's up to your child and what is age appropriate for them. Okay, so we have the next file. This is the life cycle of a butterfly. So that is the page there. What they do is they cut out the pictures, they sequence them, put them in order, and then they will color them and cut them and glue them, and it should look like this. Pretty simple, right? Okay, there's also an additional sheet here. They can do this too if they like. There is no wrong way to cut these. Obviously, you see no lines, so it's perfectly fine if they're a little bit messy. Next one, this is for the older students. This is the butterfly journal. They will write the stage here, which is egg, and then they will write a sentence, 2, 3, as much as they want. It can be just this simple. A butterfly lays an egg. A butterfly lays an egg on a leaf. A butterfly lays an egg on a green leaf. So those are just simple sentences that they can create. They can be more descriptive if they want. Then they will do the same thing for the rest of the pages, and they can do 1 or 2 every day. And then by the end of the week, they will have a journal, which is pretty cool to have. Next, we have the life cycle of a butterfly. This is a book. When we create these, it looks like this. We make a border, laminate it so it can look really nice and it can last forever. So this is what it looks like. You just take the cards and the pictures. So they have some information like tiny butterfly eggs are usually laid on the underside of a leaf, and then it shows you the picture. So it's very relatable to the life cycle, and then you have the 3-part cards. So you can do that together as well. Next we have these cards here. It's also 3-part cards, just like the other cards that I showed you. If you go back here, it shows you the directions here on how to cut them. So it's very simple, but of course it's not what you guys are used to doing. This is just an additional sheet that you can use. You would just cut it out, and then the kids would write. They would write eggs, larva, pupa, and then adult, like a little book. And then this is also just like one sheet that explains the whole thing. And then they can color this and then write the word here. So that's just an extension for the older kids. It's not necessary, but it's good. And then the rest is just a bunch of coloring pages that they can do maybe 1 a day or however it is that they feel like. I also want to share about Seesaw real quick. Seesaw is for additional assignments such as science, movement activities, language. It's very digital. So just please, if you want to join, that would be amazing. I will be posting the daily videos on there that will help with the assignments. And yes, so everyone will have different assignments on there. Some will be similar, just depending on the child and what they're able to do. Something that's easy for them, something that's challenging for them. So every child is different. You have Seesaw in addition to the PDF files that I have sent out, that I just discussed with you. I hope that was helpful to the parents who had some questions. I know it's a little bit unusual to be doing all this. But you know, next week will be much easier because we'll have a lot of similar materials. So it'll get easier, I promise. And feel free to reach out if you need anything else. Remember that every child is different and they will all be doing different works, and they might only want to sit down for a few minutes and not finish the assignment, and that's okay. Just like in the classroom, they can always go back and finish later. They don't have to finish it at that one sitting. They can go have a snack, they can come back to it. It's okay. We just want to have that freedom of choice just like they have it in the classroom. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.